Parents, welcome to How to Teach Kids Reading Comprehension Skills. Lessons include how to identify information, determine sequence of events, compare and contrast, recall details, and true and false information. In this first lesson, kids will practice how to identify information while reading the short story Going to the Ranch. Begin the lesson by reading the short story to kids or with kids. Next, have kids read the first question. How did Tommy feel about visiting his grandparents on their ranch? Before they write an answer, have them go back to the story and highlight or underline the answer. After having them highlight or underline, Tommy was thrilled, then have them write the answer in a complete sentence. As in this example, Tommy was thrilled to visit his grandparents. Now have kids read the second question. What did he pack for horseback riding? Next, have them go back into the story and highlight or underline his boots and a cowboy hat. Then have them answer the question with a complete sentence. He packed his boots and a cowboy hat for horseback riding. And answer 3. He packed a coat to stay warm when they make s'mores at night around the campfire. In this lesson, kids will determine sequence of events while reading the short story, School Lunchbox. After reading the story, explain to kids that they will need to number the 6 events in the order that they occurred in the story. Next, have kids read all 6 events and then go back into the story and find them one at a time and number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now have kids read back the sentences in the order that they numbered them to make sure they are correct. Number 1, Leah went to the kitchen. Number 2, she took out the peanut butter, jelly, and bread and made her sandwich. Number 3, she opened the refrigerator. Number 4, she chose apple slices and a bottle of water. Number 5, she grabbed a bag of chips. And number 6, she put her lunch into her lunch box. In this lesson, kids will compare and contrast things while reading 2 short stories, Goats and Sheep, and then Ducks and Geese. After kids finish reading the story, have them complete the Venn diagram. For this activity, I give kids 3 different highlighters, blue for things that are the same for goats and sheep, and when they differ, yellow for goats and green for sheep. The first sentence says, domestic goats and sheep are 2 kinds of animals that live on farms. Have kids highlight the words live on farms in blue and write it in the middle of the Venn diagram where it says both. Next, our sentence begins with goats have hair on their bodies. Since kids read this story already, they know sheep are different. They have wool on their bodies. So kids will highlight the differences and fill in the Venn diagram with this information. In the sentence describing goats, we read that their tails point upward, and that is different for sheep because their tails point downward. And lastly, both goats and sheep have hoofs that are split into 2 toes. In this activity, only 2 highlighters are needed. Kids need to fill in the chart showing how features, diets, and behaviors are different for ducks and geese. Ducks have short necks, plump bodies, and bright feathers. Geese have long necks, extended bodies, and white, gray, or black feathers. Now have kids complete the charts by filling in their differences in diets and their differences in behaviors. This is the completed example. In this lesson, kids will recall details while reading 3 short stories: Saving for a New Bike, Our Dog Cutie, and The Roller Coaster. This is a fun activity that kids love to do. The title is Saving for a New Bike, and kids need to read the story and then complete the crossword puzzle. 1 down. At home, he took out the garbage. 2 down. He mowed the lawn for 5 neighbors. 3 across. He was saving for a new bike. 4 across. He needed to earn $100. At the end of 6 weeks, Eric earned $100. With this next short story, Our Dog Cutie, kids have to find and circle the answers. What is the puppy's name? Cutie. What does the puppy like to chase? Balls. What does the puppy like to earn? Treats. What did Cutie learn not to chew? Shoes. How does Cutie feel when she wags her tail? Happy. How old is Cutie in months? 7. And the last story for this lesson, The Roller Coaster. Have kids choose the correct answer. Sammy and Bill are at the fair. Sammy and Bill are eager to ride the roller coaster. It is both fun and scary. Their faces will hurt from all the excitement. In this lesson, kids will determine true and false information, reading the short story, Jenny's Dentist Checkup. After kids read the story, have kids read each sentence and write true or false on each line. Jenny is worried about going to the dentist. False. She brushes her teeth every morning and evening. True. She also flosses and eats healthy foods. True. She expects to receive a goodie bag full of candy. False. When Jenny grows up, she wants to be a teacher. False. This is the completed example. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you. And as always, I will leave a link for all the teaching templates in the description section.